Come on, Myrtle. Let's go.
All right, everybody, Sylvia here, and I am still in Bermuda Dunes. Been here for 3 weeks. I hope everybody is safe and healthy wherever you are. I think a lot of people know I originally came here to go to a tennis tournament, and it was canceled the day after I arrived because of the virus. And I am parked, I don't know if you can see, my truck and trailer is parked behind a Catholic church. And my friend Joni is the priest here at the church, and she let me park my truck and trailer here during the tennis tournament, and then extended the invitation once this virus took hold and we realized that our lives had just completely changed. And I'm very, very grateful to have such good friends and a safe place to stay. I, like everybody else, I am self-isolating, watching this virus just take over the world, surge across the country. Here on the West Coast, we're expecting the numbers of infected and people dying to go up next week. And it's just a really, really tough time. It's just so hard to get your head around it, to know what to think, what to do. You can't plan anything. We're all by ourselves. I feel extremely fortunate because people are losing their jobs and they're losing their health insurance. And a lot of people are sick. People are dying. They're dying alone. And I am here in Bermuda Dunes. The virus is not in Bermuda Dunes. It seems to be everywhere else in the area. But we've been spared. We're all safe. We're all healthy. There's 3 people that live here on the property. But it's been pretty tough for Joni the priest. She had to shut down the church. She can't do mass or the other services that she used to do during the week. And there were a lot of addiction groups that were using the church for their meetings, and they all had to be canceled. It's been pretty intense. She's moved her services to online, and you know what? I'm going to leave a link to her page in the comment section. So if you want to take a look at the service tomorrow, you can follow that link to the page for St. Clair of Assisi. And otherwise, I am not really doing much of anything. I've really been struggling with what to do with my YouTube channel. I am really just feeling like it just feels really out of touch for me to do triking videos when so many people are sick, people are dying, people are losing their jobs, and I'm here riding my trike, an older person living on a pension, and the only thing I need to do is keep myself safe and healthy, which I am, luckily. And a couple of weeks ago, I saw that Spain, France, and Italy had all canceled cycling, even recreational cycling, and I decided to stop cycling. I didn't really understand why they had canceled cycling, but I decided to follow their lead, that they are way ahead of the United States, and just trust that there was a good reason for it. And I think for a lot of people, if you're going to be cycling in places where there's just, you're not going to be passing other people on the road or on the sidewalk, I think it's fine to go cycling. But I think if you're going to be using multi-use paths, I just don't see how it's possible to keep a 6-foot distance, particularly when you need to pass people, joggers, walkers, skaters, other cyclists. I think it's really easy to keep a 6-foot distance from someone you're cycling with. But the issue is when you need to pass other people. And I'm really noticing it here in Bermuda Dunes when I go walking every day. I go for a walk, and there are a lot of people out cycling. And when they pass me, they just are not able to keep that 6 foot distance. There's just not 6 feet between the sidewalk and where cyclists are riding in the shoulder of the road. And then a lot of people are riding on the sidewalks. And so when they need to pass me, they pass very close. And a lot of people don't even have a bell. They don't even say anything. Maybe they're kids. And they just need to get around me, and they just go around. And I'm noticing that people really are not able to keep that 6 foot distance. So I have put the trike away probably a couple weeks ago, and so I don't even have videos of anything recent that I could put up on YouTube. I do have video of past tours, or even video of trike rides I've done on this tour. But I don't know, I'm just really hesitant to put out videos showing me, having a great time and being all carefree. And, I get that people want to have a distraction, but I'm just feeling really uncomfortable with this. I don't know, to me, it just feels really out of touch. I'm hoping that once we get through the worst of this virus, it's supposed to hit here on the West Coast next week, that, maybe we'll, all kind of feel like we know where this is going. Maybe we'll all feel better about it. But in the meantime, I'm really just staying low, staying safe, staying healthy. And my big concern at the moment, which is nothing compared to what other people are experiencing, is I just really need to keep an eye on the weather. I'm in the desert of Southern California, and it can get very hot here. So far, the temperatures have been reasonable. It's been in the 70s, glorious in fact, lovely for going out for a bike ride or going walking. But I noticed next week that this is going to change, and the temperatures are going to start climbing into the 90s. My trailer is plugged into electricity, but it's just 110 regular outlet, and it's not enough to use my air conditioning. And 90-degree temps is just going to be too much for me to be able to live in this trailer. And so I have been looking for where I can go next. And I talked to my sister this morning. She lives in Crescent City. She's a nurse at the hospital there, and she is building a house. And in the meantime, she's living in a boarding house that has fully furnished rooms, and there is an empty room. And so I had her talk to the landlord and the house manager and see if I could rent that room. And so we've made the arrangements that I'm gonna start renting a room in this boarding house on April 1st for at least a month. And so I'm gonna leave here on Tuesday. The temperatures are just gonna start skyrocketing here, and I really feel like, not that I'm expecting to get sick, but while I am healthy, I think it's a really good time to move on. The virus is not in Bermuda Dunes. It's also not in Crescent City. So I really just need to get myself safely from here to there. I expect it to take 2 days. I'll probably just drive on I-5 and stop somewhere along the way, maybe probably a truck stop, just park between the semis for the night on my way to Crescent City. Crescent City is the northernmost city in California, just south of Oregon, and so this puts me on my way to Oregon. And I'm typically in Portland the middle of May. I'm still, it's unclear if that's going to happen this year, because the home where I house sit for the summer is owned by a woman who has another house in France. And so we're waiting to see if she can go to France, and she may need to postpone it for a little bit. And so I may need to stay in Crescent City longer than a month. We will see. But I'm feeling very, very grateful to have had this very safe place to stay, and now I can move on to another place equally as safe, and I can keep my trailer just out on the street. It's a wide street, it's a quiet street, and just rent a furnished room in a boarding house until I know I can go up to Portland. So there you go, that is my update. And I hope everybody's doing well, continuing to be safe, looking out for one another. Let me know what you are thinking. Let me know how you're feeling, how things are going for you. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching.